Hi, today I'm going to talk about what is possibly the most exciting eyeshadow palette of this year so far for me. This is the Revolution Carmi Make Magic eyeshadow palette produced by Makeup Revolution in collaboration with YouTube beauty guru Carmi MUA. And the packaging is exactly the same size as our friend the Tammy Tropical Carnival palette, which I have reviewed here. So this was actually part of a recent haul that I did from Revolution Beauty, for which I got 2 mystery bags free. All that I will link up in the description box below or here as we go along through this video. Now, first of all, about this palette, this is actually the second collaboration with Carmi MUA. The first palette was called Kiss of Fire, and I think it is still available on Revolution. I will link it up in the description box below. So this is what Revolution says about this palette. It is £10, by the way, same as the Tammy palette. Do you believe in magic? Get set to be spellbound by our enchanting eyeshadow palette created with YouTuber and makeup artist Carmi MUA. Marking our second collaboration with the YouTuber, the Supernatural set is packed with 20 captivating shimmer and matte shades embossed with his signature heart logo. So 20 eyeshadows inside. The palette itself looks like this, with all that flaky glitter design in the background. Teal, very pretty. So unfortunately, my palette arrived smashed. There were 4 glitter eyeshadows, some of which were duochrome, and guess which ones were smashed? There's 4. Full-size mirror, same as the Tammy palette, inside the eyeshadows, all 20 of them. The mattes are around here interspersed with some shimmery eyeshadows. These 2 are shimmers, these 4 are glitters. They're smashed, as I said. I've pressed them back together to the best of my ability, which isn't saying much. But, they're workable. They're all right. And this one is a duochrome. And, it's worked well as a duochrome despite my shenanigans with rubbing alcohol. So those are the shades. And, I actually like the names, some of the names under my spell. Make magic. You got this. You do you. Bless. Free hugs. Love yourself. Cause of you. Confidence, overcome, integrity. All the names are quite positive, which is a nice refreshing change. I mean, when Nas Orgasm and Urban Decay Naked and the Bombs Nude first came out, it was fun, nice giggle there. And now, there's overkill and over-sexualization of names to the point where, it's no longer funny. It's, preteen schoolboy humor now. That's how it's become because of the over-sexualization of names, overkill right now. This is a nice, refreshing change, very nice. I like all the names of the eyeshadows in this palette. Best of all, what I love is the color selection. Because, there are shades in here. This one all over base for me, this one all over base for me. Couple of matte black, very ideal for me. 1 or 2 shades which can be used for everyday looks, for workwear. And the rest of it pops without being in your face loud. And best of all, this yellowish shade, yellowish gold if you like, is one that I've actually managed to pull off in my inner corners, inspired by Tammy in a makeup look. I will be demoing all of that in a minute. Let's swatch these so that we can get to the makeup look with this one. So 20 eyeshadows, we're going to have to do 10 here and 10 here or something like that. Hang on, let me just grab a few wipes so that I don't end up wiping my eyeshadow on this dress. It's from Zara, it's brand new, and it's white. Cause of You is first. So that itself is kind of duochrome-ish, isn't it? I'm going to start swatching here. I wouldn't say that it's, yeah, peach to gold duochrome. Yeah, definitely there. Bite Me is next. It's described as a magenta pink. Yep. There's a gold undertone to it. Oh my. So that one's Bite Me. I don't know if you can see the gold undertone to it somewhere. Moneymaker is next. That was the first one that was smashed in this palette. Very, very, very chunky glitter there. Which actually comes out as a foil. Oh, very nice. The next one, Under My Spell. Icy blue there, not going to go anywhere near my skin tone. Silvery icy blue, the kind of shade that I've spent half my life trying to avoid. So the next one is called Make Magic. Hang on, let me dry my fingers first. So Make Magic is deeper than Under My Spell. Under My Spell is a kind of icy blue which I will never be able to pull off on my skin tone. Make Magic I can. Finally, my favorite in this entire palette, You Got This, which is a violet duochrome. I'm wearing it on my lids right now. And that's the swatch. Hang on, we'll just... So, look at that. Right. Look at that. Here it pulls pink. And no, that's not, you know, the reflection of the sun. Now we come to the second row over here. And this one is called Flames, and it is a matte. So the mattes actually have some kickback within the pan. Can't be helped. So let's get that here. So nice pigmentation there. Very nice. The next one is called Confidence, and it is that all over base shade. So let's put that in here. You're not actually going to see that. It's here. Because that is exactly my skin tone. The next one is called Desire, and it's described as a fuchsia shimmer by Revolution. Now, this is the shade that I felt was driest to the touch. But it did swatch quite well, so no complaining there. It's not too bright, but you know, I don't actually have a medium fuchsia like that in my stash. The next one is called Self-Made. It looks deeper within the pan, but comes out as a mermaid blue. Yeah, definitely looks deeper. You know, that's not too mermaidy, is it? No, it's actually quite deep. So the next one is called Bless. And it's that ashy pink that I don't really like. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Right, we're moving to the other hand, outer space here. So the first one is called You Do You, which is a matte and possibly among my favorite crease colors. Okay, that actually came out a bit patchy. Let's see if we can repair it. Yeah, can be repaired. No biggie. You know, I'm alright if an eyeshadow doesn't swatch very well, as long as it performs well enough. The next one is called Dark Side, and it is that dark grey matte. You know, I don't see much dark grey to this. It's black in my book. Definitely black. That's definitely blacker than the black that was in the Tammy Tropical Carnival palette. Next one is called Overcome. Dusky Rose, my absolute favorite kind of lip color. Okay, that's actually my kind of lip color. So the next one is called Integrity. That's very nice. Golden green there. So the next one is called Love Yourself. So that one is Love Yourself. And this one over here is called Cause of You. So they're both different. This one's more coral. So I think we were at Love Yourself. Now the next one is called Free Hugs, which is a very pretty dusky mauve, rosy mauve. Very nice. Very, very nice. Ideal if you're going to do a single eyeshadow, single shadow all over look. Next one is called Honesty, which I'm wearing in my inner corners. It's that slightly greenish yellow gold. I will be demoing the look in a minute. Hang on. Yeah. This one is the only eyeshadow where I actually had fallout on the lids. So that looks like the kind of shade that I've been avoiding because, you know, it doesn't look good on my skin tone, I know. But I've actually managed to pull it off on my inner corners, inspired by Makeup by Tammy herself. The next one is called Addicted, which Revolution describes as a mustard color. That's definitely not mustard. What were they thinking? So this one will probably disappear into my skin tone. Yeah, you can actually see that. Yeah. But that is definitely not mustard. You know, it is deeper than Confidence, which is this one over here, which disappeared into my skin tone. This one does not disappear into my skin tone, but it's definitely not mustard. Lastly, we have Camo, khaki green. And it didn't come out patchy either. So this one is that fantabulous duochrome. Let's take a close look at all the duochromes first. Oh yeah, this one's definitely a duochrome. And so is this. You can see that peach coming through. And that gold as well. The icy blue, this one, isn't really a duochrome, is it? No. That's not a duochrome, that's matte actually. Yeah, you can actually see confidence here. It doesn't, mingle completely with my skin tone. Right, the next hand. This one's a bit patchy. You do you, but it actually swatches, applies absolutely fine, beyond fine. Blends like a dream as well. This is a very universal palette with lots of colors with universal appeal. There are everyday shades in here. There are those ruddy, warm, warm neutral, reddish, orangey shades in here that we've seen a lot. We've seen there are some very, very, very new shades in here, including this fantabulous duochrome, which I absolutely adore. I love camo, the khaki green. This You Do You is perfect for crease work. And I also love these two duochromes in here. This is a peachy gold, very, very pretty. And this is a fabulous foil. So, eye makeup look. This time I'm doing something different. I am trying to recreate a look done by a huge influencer. Here goes. So everything is done except for my eyes. And the reason for that is so that I can test out fallout. I'm going to be doing a look that was actually done by Tammy, who has actually got 2 palettes herself with the Makeup Revolution. And I will link up Tammy's makeup look in the description box below so you can see if I've actually got it right. So let's get started. All over base first, I'm going to go in with confidence all over the lids. Oh, that is perfect for my skin tone. I love finding all over bases like this that are ideal for setting your primer or concealer or moisturizer or eye cream, anything really. And, that gives a nice matte look. A perfect, flesh-toned matte, and this one is ideal for my skin tone. So next I'm going to go in with Overcome. Now I can't remember if Tammy went in with Flames or Overcome. They're both fairly close anyway. This is another beautiful shade. So I'm going to be applying primer at the end so we can get that duochrome to pop. So while I'm using more or less the same colors that Tammy did, my look will have a few differences because first of all, I don't have much lid space to work with. I have small eyes, I have deep set eyes. Unlike Tammy, who has the most gorgeous, I honestly inherited the worst traits from each member of my family, I tell you. Got allergies from my maternal side and, stiff neck and, back problems and things like that from both paternal and maternal side. My aunt actually has a lot of those problems, back problems and things like that. I've got those. Bad teeth, again from my aunt who has a history of low calcium. I ate all the calcium I could growing up and still don't have very good teeth. My aunt, on the other hand, apparently spat out all the calcium as a baby. Well, throughout her years, actually. Right, next I'm going to go in with You Do You, which is what Tammy did. So same brush for now, in case it needs blending or something. We can do that later. That's very nice depth. This is shaping out to be one of my favorite palettes ever. Because of how easy it is to do so many different eye makeup looks with this one. So my skin, including my eyelids, are in appalling condition right now. Which is why I haven't actually done a get ready with me, because some of you may know that I've been diagnosed with a wheat allergy. And as a result, I've had a lot of reactions recently, lots of exposure. So what's happened is that I've, had a number of severe, life-threatening almost reactions, anaphylaxis, angioedema, lips, eyelids all swollen up, landed in the ER, was hospitalized. And so I'm on a lot of steroids, which have given me a lot of acne and ruined my skin. You Do You is shaping to be one of my all-time favorite crease shades and smoke out shades as well. So puffy face, I've gained a few kilos of weight, all the result of the roids. Now I must say that all the eyeshadows in this palette are an absolute dream to blend out. Very lightweight, blendable, if you know what I mean by that. So easy to blend out these. Now I'm going to put a very light layer of this one, Overcome, on my eyelids as well. So we have some depth when I do go in with that duochrome. Right, I'm going to use a primer for the center of my lids. This is the NYX pigment primer. I should probably use glitter glue, but this does just fine. So let's get a stiff brush. Revolution Pro 100 is a good choice. And for the duochrome, you got this. I'm going to be using my fingertips. Whoa! Crikey, that is blindingly, pigmented. I really like that, actually. I did have my doubts about how it would look on my skin tone, but it's not so bad as... Oh my god, I forgot to apply primer on my right eyelid. Hang on. So, brow bone, I'm going to go in with the same confidence with which I went in all over the lids. That's enough of a highlight. So inner corners, Tammy actually went in with the shade Honesty. I'm tempted. Do I want to go in with that? I think I will on one eye and see how that goes. And if all goes well... Oh yeah, I think I'll stick to this. Yeah. No wonder Tammy opted for this shade. Yeah, that's actually a pop of colour there. Oh dear, I've gone and got eyeshadow here. There's a bit of fallout with that yellow. Hang on, I'm just going to go and clean up. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you very quickly, this is the shade that I'm going to use all over my lower lash line. So I'll just go clean up, do my mascara, eyeliner, falsies, eyebrows, the works, and then I'll be back. So that's the look. What did you think? This was my first ever on-camera recreation. I mean, obviously, there are certain differences. I was going to, not apply that yellow at all and going for icy blue in the inner corners. I decided last minute not to do that, but to follow Tammy every step of the way. And obviously, there are certain differences. I mean, Tammy is, for one thing, a lot prettier than I can ever hope to be. For another thing, her skin tone is completely different. So they're all going to pull differently on her skin tone than they're going to pull on my skin tone. I really like that there are certain colors in here that we're not seeing recently in all these eyeshadow palettes. The duochromes, definitely we're not seeing them in recent eyeshadows. This magenta and this yellow is, if you're scared of yellow, this is a great start. The only problem is this one had fallout. This one felt dry to the touch. And this one has a lot of kickback within the pan, not on the lids. Everything performs great on the lids, including this yellow. So, if you are in an eyeshadow rut, if you like your wearable colors with some fun, if you're looking for duochrome eyeshadows in a mainstream brand's eyeshadow palette, indie brands have a lot of duochromes, but mainstream brands, they're not, quite there yet with duochromes. If you are looking for, just a new eyeshadow palette in your stash, £10, Carmi MUA Revolution Make Magic palette, definitely very magical. And this has been the most exciting palette that I have come across in recent times, and it has also been my favorite palette. So far this year, I don't know what else is going to happen. We have more than 6 months left in this year, and maybe we'll see some amazing stuff. But, so far, 2019, this one has been my favorite palette. Duochromes, what more can you ask for? So where to buy this one, I will link in the description box below. They ship worldwide. Absolutely adore this palette. Highly recommend it. Very fun looks in there. And, at the same time, it's quite wearable. One thing I love, very comprehensive palette. This is all you need. Travel, this is it. Not traveling, this is it. Very comprehensive. You have the possibilities are endless with this palette. So, huge fan. I'm not going to stop praising this for a long time. You're going to see more looks with this in forthcoming videos as well. Although I may not, record each look, because otherwise we'll be here all week with each video. So those are my thoughts on the Revolution Carmi MUA palette. Where to buy, links, everything in the description box below. So do tell me what your thoughts are. Not a PR sample, by the way. Bought it, hold it, as I said. I would love to know what your thoughts are. If you have any ideas for a makeup look with these shades, do tell me. I will be happy to do a look and credit you with inspiration in my in whichever video it is that I do the look in. So that's all from me for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please do give me a thumbs up and please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll speak to you soon.